Welcome to Cheers PA Beer Tours. This time, we're in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. In an area with over 20 breweries to choose from, we chose a brewery with over 20 beers on tap. Welcome to Spring House Brewing Company. Spring House Brewing Company prides itself as a pillar of the community by supporting local nonprofits, as well as giving the local artist community plenty of opportunities to showcase their art on the cans and on the walls. We're in downtown Lancaster at Spring House Brewing Company. I'm sitting with Scott. He is one of the owners, and Mitch. He is the head brewer. Scott, can you tell me about how Spring House got started?
Matt Kesey is the founder and president of the company. So 17 years ago, he established Spring House out of his barn. The reason why we have our name Spring House is because the farmhouse in which he lived next to the barn of the brewery has a natural spring in the bottom of his house. It was known locally in the area as the Spring House.
So I noticed you all have 20 beers on tap. Yep. How do you decide what to brew and why are there so many?
We have 5 core beers that we always have, and then we have regular seasonals, and we also do the Artist Series, which is a new one-off beer every month. That takes up 3/4 of the taps, and then we got a couple to just come up with random things.
Scott, can you tell me a little more about the Artist Series? How did that come about, and why is that important to you all?
Part of it's just that we're makers, we're creative people. It was just really an easy fit to think about how do we work with people already doing really amazing, talented, kinds of things. They submit original artwork to us. We prominently put the artist's name on the can. We pay the artist, they retain their rights to their work. Part of who we are is just to try to bring attention to people who are doing cool and interesting things. We do this as well with nonprofits. We work with some really amazing organizations that are looking at the community and putting their arms around the community in a really big way. We'll donate, certainly, right? But what's more important is that we'll throw a release party here and they'll bring representation here, and we'll ask people while they're here to donate directly to them instead of us giving $1 a beer or something like that. It's not going to go very far. We've just become the hub to do that kind of work.
Do you all have other locations where people can try Spring House beer exclusively?
Coffin Bar is just, a sexy, unique sort of bar. It's darker themed. When we bought the building, we noticed that bar was the shape of a coffin. So we have the rails, put on the sides of the coffin. Above it, we have it mirrored in an old coffin door that was an actual coffin door.
Oh, that's cool.
People know that we own it, but we don't say like the Coffin by Spring House. We want this to feel like something completely on its own.
What are you all drinking?
Have moving north. This is our North German style Pils. We have it on the Luker tap here. German Pils is my favorite style, and I always just gravitate to that.
Can you explain what a Luker tap is?
It's a side pull faucet, so it's a much denser, wetter foam than a normal pour. So we can do like milk pours. A milk pour is like probably more than half a beer if you let it settle, because it's just so dense.
Right. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
We're at Decades. I'm here with Jonathan. He is one of the owners of this amazing space. This is the most beautiful bowling alley I've ever been to. Can you tell me about the inspiration behind this space?
The inspiration of this came from 3 business partners who were friends growing up. We love the idea of creating something that would evoke nostalgia with class.
What is your inspiration behind the design in here?
We had a friend from high school who worked for the production company that did the show House of Cards. That's how we were able to get all these chandeliers, the can lights above the bar, the bowling lights. So a lot of that guided the ambiance and what we were going for.
Well, thank you again for joining me. And thank you all for watching this episode of Cheers PA. Make sure you follow us online and let us know where you want us to go next.
And don't forget to check out Beer Talk wherever you get podcasts.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The farmhouse in which he lived next to the barn of the brewery has a natural spring in the bottom of his house.
Oh, cool.
And it was known locally in the area as the Spring House.
Cool.
And so that's how
Do you know if you use that water to brew?
No, not at all.
Sorry, I had